Hey guys, Text2O6 here, and welcome to the Text2O6 Direct. Yes, that is right, the Text2O6 Direct. I got a lot of things to talk about since I have been gone for a month. I think that's like the longest break I've ever done, maybe? I don't know, I don't keep track of my breaks. So, man, it's been a while, guys. I do kind of miss you, and I miss also streaming. If you did miss my Town Country stream, make sure you go check them out. Now, if this may sound familiar, this may seem familiar to an old series me and Pi had, Text2O6 Channel News. Yeah, let's just start off with that bit of news. That's canceled. Yeah, sorry guys, it's just, we couldn't really come up with enough stuff, so instead, we evolved it into Text2O6 Direct, where we literally say anything that we've been working on and we just can't keep it to ourselves anymore. So, without further ado, let's jump in to the first segment of the minor announcements. Wait, something seems off. Ah, right, I forgot my special hat. There it is. My special direct hat. So, now let's get into the first segment. Okay, now for this little section, we're going to be talking about food review. Yes, the cult classic. No, it's not a cult classic. It's just an original series. Original, you hear me guys? Original. So, food review. Basically where we roast everything on top of a fire and then we rate it out of 10. Season 2 dropped like a while ago, back in like September. Or August, actually, I don't remember. But you already freaking know that part 2 is on the way. We actually have the first 3 episodes already recorded, and episode 2 is gonna be a Halloween special, so make sure you guys stay tuned for when that drops. Won't be on Halloween specifically, probably be on the 30th or the 29th, so get excited for that, food review fans. And I'm not gonna tell you what it's gonna be, you're gonna have to wait and see. Is it chocolate? Are we roasting candy? Just gonna have to wait and see. So, food review. Episode 2 of Season 2 will drop this Halloween. Not on Halloween, but around Halloween. And it's not gonna be after because that's no longer happening. That's no longer spooky month. So, yeah, that is your little update on food review. We're actually still trying to plan the other half of this season. So, give it some time. We might be able to finish the other 3 episode ideas after, and then we can finish off season 2 and possibly make a season 3 if you guys would like to see more of food review. Me and Pi really like to do it, and hopefully we get another special guest on food review as well. Now, let's move on to the last little bit of minor news. As you saw right there, the Mayo Spookiness Remasters. Oh, every time I just say that, I get so excited because if you watch the Mayo Spookiness series like right now, parts 1 and 3, if you do not stand up to the test of time, that is part 4. Like, it just doesn't stand up to quality, and I think, like, now that I have more experience with the stop motion stuff, I think I should go back and update them, make them remastered, maybe add a little bit more stuff to them. I'm very excited to work on it. In the first one of episode 1, no, it's not episode, but part 1 of Mayo Spookiness Remastered will be released this holiday. It's gonna be longer, probably 2 minutes maybe. I'm gonna try to add a little bit more into it to make it a little bit more interesting and fit into the narrative that is Mayo Spookiness. And this time, I'm not doing it for Mayo. I'm doing it for my own enjoyment and also for your guys' enjoyment, because part 4 is actually the best, I think the best part so far. Like, I think it's got the best response out of all 3, which is amazing, and I'd like to thank you guys so much. It was like I put freaking almost 3 months into it. It was a lot of work because my skills aren't that good. So, thank you for the support of Mayo Spookiness Part 4. That is the reasoning why this remastered is happening, and my thank you to supporting the Mayo Spookiness series. And Mayo, thank you for watching. I don't know if you watched part 3 or even part 4, but I hope you did enjoy it because you did sound like you really wanted to see part 4. I really did hope you enjoyed it. Now, let's move on to the big news announcements. Right after this small one, this little mini heads up here, I'm going to be streaming Deltarune this Halloween. October 31st, I'll be streaming Deltarune for the first time because I think Deltarune came out Halloween. I'm pretty sure. I'll put the release date up here if I got it right. I hope I did. I'm pretty sure it's either Halloween or the day before Halloween, so I want to stream it. Also because I finally beat Sand, I think it's about time that I can finally go and do my first playthrough of Deltarune. So I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys will join me on that live stream when it happens. It will probably happen around, I think maybe, I would say 3 p.m. GMT. So put that in the calendars. I'll let you guys know if it ever moves. But for now, 3 p.m. GMT, October 31st. Special Halloween stream. Ooh. Now let's get into the big announcements. Okay guys, are you ready? It's time for the big announcements. If you remember, earlier in the year, I announced something pretty cool, in my opinion, and I think it was much needed. I think it's about time to give you an update on the Mayo FNF Recoded game. Now, we got a lot of things to cover, so let's go with the main things that I've been able to work on so far. Character models. Now, they all have been updated to the most recent style. Mayo, Kirby, SMG4, and Princess Amelia have been updated to the most updated styles for the Mr. Hoo Hoo style, pretty much. Princess Amelia we haven't seen in the Hoo Hoo style as of yet for a long time, so I had to reuse the same model, but I was able to get it of much better quality, so there is that. And for the battle animations, they're pretty much the same, just with the updated model's current style as well. Little side note, Princess Amelia in her idle animation has her hands glow with green magic, and Kirby, when he guards, he turns into a stone. His most iconic stone pose, like, you know, a big bumpy rock, and then he has the eyes that are like look angry. Yeah, so that's what happens when Kirby guards now. And also, SMG4's design changed a little bit to have a captain outfit now. Since he was the captain of memes in the original game, we'll still keep that, and he's gonna have his captain suit on once you acquire him in game. Now let's go on to battle mechanics. So these battle mechanics, they're not too crazy different. They're still trying to stay on the same track as the original mechanics in battle. It's just there to enhance the experience. So now we're still gonna have HP, energy, and focus, but the focus that are used for the special attacks like the Cappy attacks and some of Kirby's attacks are now going to be used the same way, but the name is going to be changed. Mayo stated if he ever wanted a Mayo game, it would be like his HP bar and then an FP bar, which stood for the Cappy power-up bar. So basically, the energy that you need to perform the Cappy attacks. We have new battle icons here. You'll also be able to see these in the overworld for whoever is in the front of your party. And there will actually be 2 other ones similar to these. When the character is at a certain percent HP, let's say 20, they will have this exhausted looking icon. And then when they're KO'd, they will have this KO'd icon. So that will add a little bit more flair to the remastered part of the Mayo and FNF Recoded. Next up is attack tiers. There will be even more attacks added for the game. And for this, it's nothing too crazy. The characters are only going to have like 1 or 2 new attacks that'll have tiers. So Mayo's attack, Cappy Ray, right? We already know it. That's his first move that he learns in the game. Now, and when you hit a certain level, you will now have unlocked another tier to that attack, which will be tier 2 Cappy Ring. Tier 2 Cappy Ring is going to allow you to do even more damage, but have a very low chance of giving the daze effect or the confusion effect. Because normally it has a decently % chance to confuse the target, but now that it's traded it off for more power. And then for tier 3, it's going to have an even better chance at dazing the opponent, but lower attack. So you get to choose, do you want to give a status or do you want to deal damage? Which gives a little bit of customizability and different play styles, which we want more of. Well, me, because that's the only one that's really working at it. Might kind of add some stuff if you want. So yeah, just add a little bit more customizability. And on top of that, there's also going to be more armors and weapons to help the characters out. And the Fire Flower and Ice Flower will unlock Spicy Mayo and Frosty Mayo. And on top of that, a new flower, which is the Plasma Flower, giving Mayo the power up of the Zappy Flower, which first premiered in the Mayo Spookiest Part 4 True Ending. And with that, that is all about the battle mechanics, but there's one thing about the leveling up that is slightly going to change. The leveling up scheme, you're not going to get as much stat boosts anymore. Instead, it's going to be either 1 or 3, 1 to 3 maximum in a stat, but then when you level up, you gain experience tokens as the code name, which is having it for now. And for the tokens, you will be able to use that to in a new tab in your status, and then you'll be able to power up a certain stat. Literally any stat you could power up, but there is a limit to how much you can power it up. And then each character will have a specific stat that can only be powered up to them. For example, Mayo is going to have the accuracy to be raised, but no one else can. It's only specifically for Mayo. And if you want, if you have enough money, you can take all those experience tokens back and use them for something else. If you have enough money, you can use money to clear those stat changes and get all your tokens back and rearrange it, which again makes more customizability to a person's playstyle, which is, I think that's a cool idea to do. It gives more variety of how each person would play the game, which is pretty cool, right? And with that, there's only one more thing to talk about, which is a new overworld mechanic, and that is the sketch dimension. Now the sketch dimension, I won't go too much detail. Basically, this is what it's gonna look like. It's basically gonna be the Hoo-Hoo universe. And if you're wondering why there's the Hoo-Hoo universe in this game, I'm not gonna tell you, but you can probably figure it out by the title screen of this game. While traveling throughout the story, you'll be able to find portals that take you to the sketch dimension. And it would basically be a 2D platformer, which would be pretty cool. So you basically just do a classic Mario level to proceed with the story, and then there's 2 or 3 more that you can do just to get bonus items and even more coins. I won't go into too much specification on how it goes, but I will explain more of that once it's more finite in the next update of Mayo FNF Recoded. So with that, that is all that I have to offer for the Mayo FNF Recoded progress. I hope you guys did enjoy this little news update, and now let's go on to the last update, last major update. That is right, guys. It's gonna be the Legend of Janitor 2 Halloween update for part 2. Since we thought, we did it for part 1, we gotta do it for part 2 as well. So it's not gonna be as big as part 2. More stuff to do in Jank City. You get to climb the Jank Tower, and then you'll be able to fight Jessica at the very top and get revenge for her dumping you. Or the other way around, who knows? And then there will also be a tournament. Halloween tournament in Jank City where you can go through there and get some more money and get some special prizes, and on top of that you'll be able to see new Pokemon that will appear in part 3, and these are spooky Pokemon. Now there will be an evolution for Trilliog Upregal. It will be a ghost ground type, and you're gonna have to figure out how it evolves. It's a very special way. And then also we have Maven and Garvantula, the dark spider Pokemon. Not dark, dark. You know, the one that's made of wood and allows you to walk above the water? That dark. Now, basically has a new ability where it has 4 times resistance to water, and it's called Interwebbing, because dark spiders literally just go skirt on the water, and it's actually going to be a dark bug type. And with that, guys, that is the Halloween update for Tolt and the Text2O6 Direct. I hope you enjoyed this little update. I am now pretty much back, so expect an upload at least maybe once or twice a week. So thank you again. And without further ado, have a good time gaming, guys. Peace out, and have an awesome day. Also, have a good Halloween as well. That's coming soon. Bye-bye.